Hello everyone, my name is Ryan. I'm going to give you a basic yoga class from my living room. I noticed that the yoga pants I normally wear were not showing up, so that's why I'm wearing these very fun and very comfortable pants. I hope you are comfortable at home and have fun with this yoga class. All right, so we're going to start by just coming to a comfortable seated position. I like the cross-legged position, but you can sit kneeling or even with the legs stretched out. We'll sit for a few minutes to try to get a comfortable positioning. Once you've kind of situated your legs, you want to sit up really nice and tall. Tall but relaxed in the shoulders, softened in the muscles of the face. And if it's comfortable, close the eyes. You can gaze gently down at your mat. What we want to do here is sort of let all the distractions fall away. Let the mind begin to settle down. And tune into the breathing. You have a natural flow of breath. You want to just tune into that natural rhythm. Begin breathing in deeper and deeper with each inhalation. And on your next inhale, slowly breathe in all the air the lungs can hold. When you're ready, a very slow exhale. Try to squeeze all the air from the lungs. And then again, breathing in slowly. Fill all the way up, and then exhaling with control. Press all the air out. So you're going to do several more of these complete breaths on your own. Try to notice that feeling of expansion as you breathe deeply in, and that sense of release as you slowly let the air out. After your next deep breath in, return the breath back to that natural flow. You can open the eyes. We'll stay seated for some gentle stretching. So first we're going to tilt the head to your left. And then lift the head, and then other side. And lift the head. I'll let the head hang down in the center. Still want to stay upright with the shoulders and chest nice and open. Just let the head hang down. And then very gently just let the head sway one side to the other, kind of coming shoulder to shoulder. All right, let the head hang back down in the center. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lift the head back to a centered space. All right, I'm going to do a gentle twist here. So take your hand over to your opposite knee and the other hand behind you. Sit tall. Look over your shoulder. And then release. We'll do the other side. All right, so sit tall first. Then twist on around and look over the shoulder. And release, easing back to the center. And here we're going to just fold down nice and easeful. You can walk the hands out as far as you want to go. You can bring the head down if you want. Do try to let the head hang down if you're still a bit up so the neck can fully relax. So a couple more breaths here. Of course, as we go through the practice, you can always make adjustments as you need, or just rest altogether during any of the poses or the practice. All right, let's walk the hands back up to your seated space. We're going to stretch the sides of the torso now. All right, so take one arm, reach it out to the side, and then up, deep breath. And as you exhale, lean on over. Bring this other hand down to press into the ground. And you want this side to stay nice and long. If it's comfortable, you can look up underneath the arm, kind of up towards the sky. And your next breath in, let's lift up, try to stretch tall, and then release the arm on the exhale. All right, other side, reach out, lift up, big breath. This is a stretch here, and then on over as you exhale. Kind of moving out of my frame, but you guys get the idea. All right, let's come up, deep breath, and then bring the arm down, exhale. All right, now we're going to come onto the hands and knees for cat-cow stretches. All right, so when you're in your the tabletop position for cat-cow, and you'll also be in this position with the arms in downward dog as well as plank. You always want the bends of the elbows, where the crease is, to be facing each other, facing inward. And that makes sure that we're using our muscles. All right, so from the hands and knees position, tuck the toes under, and we're going to lift up into our downward dog shape. All right, so our heels are pressing towards the mat. Arms are long and strong. And neck and head are just loose. Head should be just hanging in between the upper arms, rather than, sometimes I see people looking at their hands. But neck should be relaxed, be looking more at your big toes than anything else. All right, let's walk the feet towards the hands for that forward fold. Once you're there, again, let the head hang down nice and loose. And then with a gentle bend to the knees, we're going to roll up slow like a rag doll. So take your time as you roll up. All right, and then once you're up, a few shoulder rolls. All right, let's do our sun salutations now. All right, so you want to be towards the top of your mat and mountain pose. So mountain pose is just your solid standing mountain pose. You want to feel rooted in the soles of the feet, standing nice and tall, like the whole body is growing up towards the sky, and the arms can be just simply relaxed or with the palms turned gently forward. And what that does is helps open up the chest and the shoulders a little bit. So big deep breath in, and we're going to bring the hands together at the chest. And then as you exhale, relax the arms, then reach them forward and up. Big breath in as you stretch tall here, and then reach out as you fold down, exhale. All right, and here we'll hang down a few breaths. We'll go really slow in this first round. So again, when you're here, relax neck. All right, hands on either side of the feet. You can bend your knees if you need. And we're going to bring the right leg back. So in your lunge position here, you want a strong, long back leg. You don't want the knee to sag down towards the mat. All right, nice and long and strong. Also, long and extended through the torso. Try not to round up, okay? Big deep breath in, and then we go to downward dog. So move that back, the foot to the back, hips high, heels pressed down. And let's come to plank. And from here, you want a long line on the back side of the body. You try to keep that line as you come down. If the hips start to sway like this, bring the knees down so you can protect the low back, all right? Easing down to the mat, and then baby cobra with a long neck, roll up head, shoulders, chest. All right, here the elbows stay in close to the body. You want to think of shoulders away from the ears rather than being kind of scrunched up like this. So lots of space between the ears and shoulders, long neck. All right. You always want this length, even if you come into higher versions of your cobra. You want to stretch long first and then lift up. All right, one more big breath in, and then back to downward dog as you exhale. Can come straight up or roll to the knees first. All right, let's go ahead and swing that right leg through in between the hands, lunge on the other side. So again, long back leg, extended through the torso. And you can look downward or slightly up, but try not to look straight forward because that's just a big bend in the neck. We want long lines. Always think long, stretched out lines. Big breath in, and then we'll step together for the forward fold. Exhale. And then arms out, lift up, deep breath. Here you can add a back bend if you like, and then hands together at the chest, exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax the arms. Here we go. Big breath, stretch up. Exhale, fold down. Right leg back lunge, breathing in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank or hands and knees. Then down slow as you exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward lunge, breathing in. Exhale, step together, forward fold. And arms out, lift up, deep breath, back bend. Exhale, hands together at the chest. Deep breath. Exhale, relax the arms. All right, one more. Breathe in, stretch up. Exhale, fold down. Right leg back, lunge, breathing in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank or hands and knees. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward lunge, breathing in. Exhale, step together, forward fold. Arms out, lift up, deep breath, back bend. Exhale, hands together at the chest. All right, hold here. Take a couple of big breaths, feel the heartbeat. And we'll relax the arms. Shake it out a little bit. We'll do our balance pose next. All right, balance pose. We're going to do tree pose. So for balance poses, any pose really, it's great to have a focal point, something on the wall or on the floor, something that's not moving, that will help you maintain your balance. Okay, so go ahead and find that point, whatever it is. Find yourself in mountain pose. We're going to bring the hands to the hips. All right, and then place all the weight on your right foot and leg. Turn the left leg out. And then when you're ready, pull the sole of the left foot in to rest the inner leg. All right. So at this point, don't forget about your focal point. Make sure the hips are level, facing forward. All right, and you're feeling really tall. All right, nice and stretched out through the whole body. When you're ready, you can bring the hands together at the chest. And then check for steadiness here in your pose and in your breath. If you feel fairly steady, you can stretch the arms up overhead. You can keep the hands together or apart. It's totally up to you. If you feel really steady and want to give yourself a challenge, you can very gently and slowly do a little calf raise. All right. All right. From your tree pose, let's bring the hands down, release the leg, relax the arms. All right, and we'll do the other side. All right, so again, find your mountain pose. You want to start always in mountain pose, very solid, well-balanced space. All right, this time all the way into your left foot and leg. Right knee turns out to the side and bends. Rest the sole of the foot on the inside of your standing leg. All right, you can always take the hand and set it right where you want it to go, and then straighten up into your tree pose if that works for you. All right, hands on the hips. Then hands can come together at the chest. Don't forget about your focal point. Feel very tall here. Check your steadiness. And if you like, if and when you're ready, you can raise the arms up overhead. And again here, if you want a little more challenge, we'll heel raise. We'll do just the trick. All right, let's bring the hands back down to the chest. Relax the leg, relax the arms, move around a little bit. All right, we're gonna do warrior one and a variation with the arms behind the back. All right, so from your top of your mat, let's drop this left foot back. All right, left foot back. But we want to stay angled towards the top of our mat. Shoulders, torso, hips. So try not to open up to the side, okay? So from here, both our legs are straight, and we're going to bring the arms up, nice deep breath. And then on the exhale, bend your right knee. And see if that chest doesn't want to open up a little bit, as if it were looking up at the sky a little bit. All right, nice long arms. Steady breath. Let's press the palms together for a couple of breaths. Notice the difference in the arms, across the shoulders. All right, now just the arms moving. Let them come down behind the low back. All right, you can just kind of rest the palms at the low back if you want a little bit more. Interlace the fingers and stretch down towards that back foot. That'll really open the chest up. So try to breathe in deep. All right, let's release the arms and then step together. All right, then we'll do the other side. All right, so right leg back this time. Take your stance. Of course, this back leg, as you probably just noticed, gets a really big stretch in the calf muscle when we're in warrior one. All right, here we go. Arms up, big deep breath. As you exhale, front knee bends, chest opens, long neck, steady breath. Press the palms together. And now just arms moving. Let them come down behind the body. Have the hand position wherever you like. Of course, if you're interlacing the fingers and it feels good, stretch towards that back foot. All right, let's step together, relax the arms, shake it out a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and come on down to the mat. So we're lying in corpse pose. It's just a lying pose on the back. Arms are slightly away from the body. Just completely relaxing the arms and the legs. We're going to do our hip stretches here. So we're going to bend the knees. We're going to place the right ankle on the bent left knee. Lift the left knee up. Interlace the hands under the left thigh and squeeze in. If you like, you can lift the head. You'll feel the core muscles kick in. Try to be loose in the shoulders, though, as much as you can. All right, let's lower the head gently if it's up, and then we'll rock side to side. You'll feel that stretch in the hips, move around. All right. Let's come back to the center, and then we'll just switch out the legs. Same thing on the other side. And you can lift the head if you like, or just lay back and enjoy the stretch. Lower the head if it's lifted, and rocking side to side. All right, coming back to center, release the hands, stretch out the legs. All right, we're going to do one more here lying on the back. All right, we're going to extend the legs up. Feet and legs together like you're showing the soles of the feet to the sky. All right, you can either interlace the hands, have them under the head, or if you like, close into the body, palms down. You can even scoot them under the hips a little bit. All right, so this is going to work the core, the abs. Let's make little circles in the air with the soles of our feet. Then spiral out to make larger circles. Not so large that you're causing any strain to the low back. And then spiral into the small circles again. So notice how the low back is pressed into the mat as you move your legs around. All right, then let's come to a pause and then reverse direction. So opposite direction, small circles to start off with. Spiral out, making larger circles. All right, and in once more, smaller and smaller. All right, now we're going to come to a stop, bend the knees, relax the legs. A little rest here on the mat for a couple of breaths. All right, then we're going to roll over, rolling over onto the belly. We'll do a few back bending poses. All right, so we're going to do the baby cobra, into the sphinx, into the gentle bow. So you want to lay with the hands right under the shoulders, feet and legs together. You want to feel long and stretched out on the mat. From here, roll up the head, shoulders and chest, so there's little or no pressure here on the hands. And then for Sphinx, we just slide the hands forward. These elbows right underneath the shoulders. You want to be lifted in the chest so that you're not sinking down into your pose. And you can hold here if you like. For the gentle bow, you just bend the knees and kind of think you like pulling your heels in towards the body, and a little lift to the chin. Let's bring the head back down, lower the legs, and we'll just ease our way back onto the mat. So walk the hands in, just however is best for you to come out. Turn the head to the side, arms also relax however is comfortable. Couple of breaths. And then next we're going to do the downward facing boat. All right, so again, we'll bring the feet and legs together. Want the forehead on the mat. Arms in close to the body, kind of like palms pressing into the outer upper thighs. All right, and then we're going to balance on the belly. So when you're ready, lift the arms, legs, the head also comes a few inches off the mat. And you still want to feel long in the limbs. So arms stretching to the wall behind you as well as the feet. All right, you can hold longer if you like. When you're ready, ease down slowly. And then we'll press back into child's pose. So bring your hands under the body, lift up and push back. Child's pose. All right, let's lift up to hands and knees. All right, we're going to do a low lunge. So let's bring the right leg up in between the hands, or step the foot there. All right. From here, we're going to start with the hands. The arms extend out, deep breath in, lift up. Let's press the palms together. All right, let's bring the hands down to the chest. You can hold here if you like for the twist. Bring your left elbow over to touch the knee, or you can bring it all the way over to the outside of the knee for a little more twist. So you want to look in the direction of your torso. If it's comfortable, you can look over the back shoulder, kind of upward. Okay, let's lift up and back to center, deep breath. And then hands down, and we'll switch out the legs. All right. Let's find your comfortable starting point, and then the arms start us off. Let them stretch out. When they meet the ears, lift up, breathe in, open chest. Palms together. Let's bring the hands down to the chest. For the twist, this time right elbow to the knee, or you can press it into the outside of the knee. Let's lift up and back to center, deep breath. And hands come down, and we'll work back into our child's pose. Let's come up again. This time we're going to come to our elbows instead of hands and knees. I'm going to bring the hands together. I like to clasp my hands, but you can do palms together or fists together. All right, so from here, I'm going to do dolphin pose, which is kind of like a modified downward dog, just downward dog from the elbows. All right, tuck the toes. When you're ready, lift the hips high. Going to be strong in the arms. You're still pressing down into the mat to create an inverted V shape. You can hold longer if you like. When you're ready, drop to the knees and again back to child's pose for a few breaths. Nice deep breath in, and then we'll slowly curl up into a kneeling position. We're going to do a little toe stretch and then low center of gravity balance pose, the yogic squat. So from here, just tuck the toes under and sit back on the heels. If your arches toes are tight, you can lean forward and press the hands into your upper thighs, and it won't stretch the arches and toes quite so much. So from here to move into the squat, we're going to lift the knees up, bring the feet underneath us, right, and just find a place where we can kind of balance, or you can keep the hands on the mat if you're kind of working with your balance. The heels may or may not come down to the mat, just mostly don't turn towards the inside of your foot or the outside for that matter. All right. So you can keep the hands on the mat or out in front. If you feel well balanced, you can bring the hands together and just sort of bring them slowly towards the chest. So you might find there's a tipping point, and just find your own expression of this pose. All right, from here, you can either just sit back on the bottom or you can roll forward onto the knees. Either way, or another option of your choosing. But let's end with the legs extended for some forward bends. So the full seated forward bend stretches the entire back side of the body, all along the back of the legs, all along the spine and even in the back of the neck. All right, so from here, sitting tall, we're going to breathe in, stretch the arms up. Then as you exhale, reach out and fold down. All right, so you want the core to be working here to maintain your folded position. Try to resist the urge to grab and pull with the hands and the arms. You really want the core to be what is holding the position. Try to be loose in the head and neck. And let's reach out with the arms and lift up. Big breath. And exhale, relax the arms. All right. We're going to do the single-legged folds now. So bring your right knee in and out to the side. All right. So we're going to fold out over the left leg. Breathe in, stretch up. Exhale, reach out and fold down. Reach out and lift up, big breath. And exhale, relax the arms. All right, we'll go ahead and set up for our twist on this side. So just lift this knee and step it over. So your right knee is up, right hand behind you. Lift the left arm up, big breath in. And then we're going to turn to look over the right shoulder, bringing this arm down to hug the knee, or you can press it into the outside of the knee. All right, so try to sit up and vertical as much as possible. You need this hand in close so that you're not leaning back or to the side. And let's release. Ease your way back to the center. We'll stretch out both legs and then set up for the other side. So your left knee this time will come in. Let it fall out to the side and we'll fold down over the right leg. So big breath in, stretch up, and then exhale as you fold down. Reach out and lift up, big breath, and exhale, relax the arms. All right, and now twist. So bring this knee up, step that foot over the outstretched leg. So left knee up, left hand behind you, in close, right arm up, big breath, stretch tall. And as you exhale, turn around, look over the left shoulder, and the arm comes to hug the knee, or you can press it into the outside of the knee. So you want to be sitting tall, don't feel like you're collapsed or rounded in the spine. Lift up through the torso. All right, let's release. Ease back to the center. Stretch both legs out. All right, we're going to do a narrow angled twist. So that's just heels mat width distance apart. All right, so here we go. One hand on top of the other, in between the inner thighs. Deep breath. As you exhale, hinge forward, slide the arms out. Going to walk out with the hands if you prefer. But again, we're using our core to fold down. Try to keep the legs as long as you can. I like to really, the knees pop up on this one. But try to keep the legs stretched out as much as you can. Head and neck relaxed. Deep breath in, and then we'll curl in on the exhale to sort of drag the arms in as you roll up. All right, and then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together for our butterfly pose. So you can hold around the ankles or around the outsides of the feet or loop the big toes. So first just sitting tall, trying to be loose in the hips. If you want to bounce the knees, you can do that. Try to loosen any tension you can in the hips, allowing the knees to sort of fall towards the ground. Loose in the shoulders. You can stretch up tall and maybe feel a Nice stretch across the shoulders. And when you're ready, we'll fold down. So you either bring the elbows wide or you can just bring the hands out in front. Let the head hang down. And when you're ready, just walk the hands in, gently press yourself up to that seated position. Stretch the legs out. All right, now we're going to do upward facing boat. We did downward facing boat, that was along the belly. All right, so upward facing boat, we bring the knees in, right, and towards the chest. You can either hold on to the knees or behind the knees or use the hands pressing into the mat to find a balance point. All right, so find your balance point and then work on long spine. You don't want to be collapsed in the spine. All right, so nice, long, strong spine. And if you can keep that length in your spine and release the hands or bring them off the mat if they're on the mat, do that. All right, and from here, if you can breathe steadily in and out, you still maintain that long, strong spine and you're not shaky in your body. You can extend the legs towards a V shape, okay? So you don't want to flatten out on your mat. You want to move towards a V shape. So lengthen as far as you can before you start to shake or round in the spine, okay? So this would be the fuller expression of the boat pose. All right. When you're ready, just roll down. All right, and then we're going to do bridge pose. So for bridge pose, we lay back on the mat. Want the knees bent, feet in close to the body, arms also close to the body, palms down. So from here, you can lift the hips up. All right, so this is your base bridge pose. All right. So some options that I like to do are interlacing the hands underneath the body. Also kind of roll my shoulders underneath. That gives a lift to the chest. All right, I like to come onto my toes. That extends the low back a little bit. I'll show you guys a little trick that I like to do. I actually like to flip my toes over. All right, so prepare to come out. You want to take out any options first, and then you want to round down the spine. So starting from the top of the spine, roll down very slowly all the way to the bottom. Once you get down, bring the knees in, wrap the arms around the legs, a little roll side to side. And then we'll come back to center, relax the legs. All right, we'll come to our corpse pose. All right, and we'll do our deep relaxation. So I'm going to go through and do this with you, and then I'll come up and sort of time it for everyone, and then we'll end with 3 little dings from my Tingsha symbol. All right. So from here, we're going to stretch out the body, give it a squeeze, and then release all the tension from the body. All right, feet and legs first. Try to stretch the legs down long, spread the toes wide, big breath in. And then hold the breath, curl the toes, tighten all the muscles in the legs, and squeeze the buttocks tight, and release. All right, hands and arms. Stretch the arms down long, fingers spread wide like starfish, big breath. Hold the breath, make fists, tighten all the muscles in the arms, squeeze, 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 and release. And now belly. Breathe in deep and send all the air down to the belly. Let it stretch and release. Another big breath this time, chest. Breathe in deep. Hold it all in the chest like superhero chest. And release. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Neck is tight. Breathing in. And release. And now press the shoulders downward, away from the ears. Long neck. Breathe in. And release. Gently roll the head from side to side. And bring the head back to center. Make any adjustment you need to your body to be able to rest. Notice how the body feels. Now focus on the breath. Just notice your natural rhythm. Now be aware of the mind. Just let the thoughts come and let them go. Just observing without any attachment. Just watch and be the peacekeeper of the mind. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Notice how shallow it's become in a very relaxed state. And just gradually begin to deepen the breath. As you continue to deepen the breath and you're ready, bring some movements to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes or stretch the arms and legs. Just a little movement to help awaken the body. And then we'll roll over onto one side. So take your time, roll over, a big breath or two as you rest on your side. And then we'll all press up gently to a seated position to end. And so take your time. Once you've come back to that position, Kind of take your time, sit tall but relaxed, and we'll just breathe in a few comfortable deep breaths, just going at your own pace. One more nice deep breath in. As you exhale, opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me for this yoga practice, and I hope you are all staying safe and staying home if you can. So until next time, namaste. Thanks again.